Okay, we should be live. We are streaming KPL Week 4, which is starting after a brief delay. We are going Le Bananas against the defending champs, who are the Cucks. We got blue team is Cucks. They were here last week. They took down the Vermin, and then the red team is the new challengers V. We had to sub in a new defender, so it's a little bit abbreviated. This. Um, So I'm going to talk freely about the tuner changes and let them go at it a little bit. If something happens, I'll kind of adjust accordingly. But in the time, I'm just going to set up wide street view, follow along. So what we put on here is we've actually lowered the turn speed slightly. My goal was to emulate real life hockey, which the purpose, in order to do that, I felt like we actually had to lower turn speed. The reason for that is I found when I'm playing the game, people just turn way too sharply on me, and I can't actually make plays in the corners. I can't react accordingly. People are just too fast and they turn too sharply. So if I take my route and a player comes at me, they can just adjust the whole time as they come at me. They just keep adjusting. And so they don't have to meet and pick a spot where they're going to defend me if I'm curling up the wall or something like that. They just close on me the whole way and then they turn when I turn, and it is what it is. So I felt in order to create that ozone play dynamic movement, the only way to do that was to actually strip down the turn speed slightly and make it a little bit more punishing, because in hockey, there's been a lot of good chances so far. In hockey, you have to skate on a line. You can't really turn as sharply as you do in puck, ironically. It feels like you don't turn that fast, but the reason for that is that you don't have another option to like turn sharper. So basically what we've tried to do, and I can't guarantee that it's good or that it's better, um, but I can tell you it's going to be different. And the purpose is to make it so you turn mostly on a straight line. You can kind of turn slightly left or right, but for the most part, you stay on a straight line, and then you have the ability to kind of dig into the ice and take sharp, like crossover type steps by pressing control. So what we've added is that control feature where you can press control and get a really sharp edge turn. So hopefully we can kind of see some players using it. But when you're not pressing control, your turn is really a lot duller, and you're kind of turning slowly and more like donut fashion. Um, so it's supposed to basically make you make a choice between turning sharply, which I feel like you can do a little bit too easily in the base game while maintaining all your speed, or so turn sharply and go slower, or um, just go fast but not be able to turn that much. And the other thing too, pardon me, is um, the nature with the turning. If you, oh, a great chance. If you don't turn, if you just press control but you only make slight adjustments, you won't lose speed, and so it's going to make you feel a lot more free on breakaways, making little moves in tight on goalies, or even just like skating around a defender. Getting those sharp turns are actually more responsive, but overall, like a big swooping turn, unless you dig in and lose speed as a consequence, you can't make that crazy turn. Um, so I have my own underlying theories as to why I feel this is going to be better. It'll be interesting to see people hate it, or if they don't notice it as much because they just notice they can turn with the dynamic turning. The point is to create more of a dynamic skating experience. You're not just WASDing around. If you want to turn sharply, you have to do a control input and turn and like truly dig into the ice. If you just want to turn, then you're going to be slower turning. So we'll see. We'll see if people just hate it or how it feels. But I think we will see just in the first period so far, you guys making turns and realizing like the puck isn't quite on that stick spot that they thought it was going to be in, and then they lose it. So there will be some frustration. I hope people don't get impatient with that, um, because I think it's going to create more dynamic movement and allow for more sustained possessions to occur. But we'll see. So for us, we're gonna have Katie, the goaltender for the Cucks, come in for the second period and join us. And talk a little bit about what she's seen so far and how she's handling it here. She's gonna get challenged. I really like how the shot just comes off quickly. I think it feels better. One thing we noticed is that for some reason the tuner changes. Your little double tap there will make it work. With the turning changes, oh, what a great chance. Um, you have no of the quick puck slap noise when you hit it max speed. There's an audio cue that feels really good when you hit it that speed. Oh, I don't know how that puck came out in front. Let's see. I really hope that wasn't like a weird glass bounce. It looked like it just came out in front suddenly. Oh, it's a 50 out in front, but it is a pretty banger dunk into the back of the net. So like the bananas will come out in front, 1-0, going into the first period. Hopefully Katie isn't too sour. She's gonna be joining the booth here in a minute. Gotta go drag her. See if her team can tie it up here before they go into the intermission. Not quite. That'll do us for the period. I'm gonna go grab Katie.
Got this. Hello.
Hi. Hopefully you're not too tilted or anything.
No, I mean I have I've been around for a while. I wrote the book on goaltending. I've never seen the puck do that.
Yeah, it came
But
out in front on the 50, which was unfortunate. I think some of the 50 like squeeze pucks are going to be a little bit different just because of the
they're really fast.
yeah. I saw the one that you guys had a really good chance out in front on like the quick
We
redirect,
got a
which
couple,
is
yeah.
exciting to see it working as intended, but then I guess there's probably some unintended consequences which you just saw
Yeah,
the
I think
result of.
it makes the game exciting.
Yeah, it's quicker. The puck is less like for me, I've always found the puck to be very foamy and like bouncy in a
Yeah.
really gross way, and like this feels a little bit snappier.
Yeah, the shots feel really fast. It feels like rewarding to save them. It feels like very crisp.
It's good. But that one, it looked like you really didn't have much of any chance on the way it just came in front, surprisingly.
Oh
But
wait, hold on.
oh, you guys
Oh.
almost got it back.
Yeah, if I could if I read the 50, I could have saved it, but I was not anticipating that.
Yeah, because I
But
just I had to zoom in on the replay to figure out. I thought it might have gone off the glass or something, but it looked like it just
I don't
squeezed.
know. But we've been getting chances. I believe in the boys.
Yeah, it seems like you guys are driving possession so far. Good movement. I was kind of talking to the first period just on the changes and the purpose behind them. How have they said anything on the turning? Feeling surprising or good or
I think
bad?
the main note was having to get used to receiving passes like
Mm,
this, where it just feels a little bit different.
yeah, yeah. There's so much challenge with like, well, this feels different, so then I get unintended results or unexpected results.
Yeah, and it's hard
But
to
you
tell what.
focus on making that save.
Oh, it's hard to tell what causes them sometimes.
And go zoom in and see if we can get kind of your POV.
Scary PV, dude. My POV was scary on that Michigan. It was. I was saying in the chat, it was the longest I've seen a puck be in front of my face.
You still use the overhead.
Ooh.
Good chance. The
I still
overhead
use the
there.
overhead when they're in the other zone, but I figure it's kind of in. I don't do it as much in like official matches. I try not to because it
Hmm.
provides like a slight advantage.
Yeah,
So I usually
I
don't do it then. But
guess.
either way,
Yeah.
I'm staring at the minimap the whole time.
Yeah, that's how I always was, but I totally get for people who didn't grow up on HQM to be like, well, I don't want to stare at a bunch of little ants running around.
Yeah, it's I've gotten pretty used to it. It's also, staring at the minimap, like trying to like learn the game a bit more has been helpful because like goalie comms are like half cheerleading and half like calling out open passes.
Hmm. You are definitely in
Um,
kind of the support role where you can calm well if you know and
yeah,
can see.
yeah. It's sometimes it's a bad call, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'm always hit or miss on. Sometimes I'm like, who is talking in NA pubs? Oh, what a scoring chance! The nice little
I
kick
told
save.
you we're buzzing them.
Yeah.
They do have big. I was saying we got like the orbit locker
Oh,
room here. Oh, that was scary.
is that a save? Didn't quite see.
I heard a
Well, I'll give you credit for it then on the scoreboard. I
but
should have
me and
installed that
Biglar,
stat scoreboard mod.
the lockdown Orbeez.
Oh, get a little help from
I
the
knew
posties.
I called it and I didn't even like listen to myself. I was gonna say he's gonna go crossbody and he's gonna go for like a low and wide shot this game.
Little drop. You guys might have it here. Oh, the kick out.
We
Oh,
just need to receive, yeah.
got a good
It's the
shot though.
finishing.
A lot of grounders so far.
Oh yeah, our passing plays I'm really confident in right now. It's
Ooh,
Like I was telling them before I got dragged out, is that we just keep doing the same thing and they're bound to go in.
It's pretty funny watching Smasher there, or it was Demidov bob up and down on the ice to trigger the
Yeah,
control
the
buff
feathering, the little
and
squat.
continue to do it until he's able to kind of swipe.
Yeah,
I
it's
already
nice. It
see
also
some
kind of like
meta.
is a fun. It's a fun new way to like read people's movement.
Yeah, that was the nice thing when we implemented it was like, well, if we're gonna give a buff, it needs to give some kind of visual cue so people know that this guy is gonna whip out of the corner going really fast.
Yeah.
Like the forechecker or the defender needs to be able to know, and the bob allows you to do that.
Yeah, so I feel like you're gonna get like gives like a heads up about turning. You can kind of like fake out a little bit. You can like crouch and not turn. There's a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely having the better of play so far in the game. Good possession, good breakouts.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of like the Hail Mary plays, and it does work sometimes, as you saw.
Yeah, especially with this, you can kind of turn sharp on it. Maybe. Oh, are you guys getting
Flowing into the
any? I'm
park.
getting like studies on the lag. I hope it's not affecting you guys.
I'm not getting stutters.
I
I
wonder
don't
if
know
it's a
if the
spectator
skaters
bug.
are.
All right, well, I'll drag you back. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully, you guys can
Thank you.
tie it up
Yeah,
here in the
thanks
third.
for having me.
Good luck. Okay. Um, well, that was fun. I hope it's not affecting them. Maybe I'll ask them. But I'm seeing in the spectator like rubber banding of players, so maybe it's just like a spectator bug. I don't know. Not the greatest caster, but also trying to coordinate here and then also see how the players are doing with the changes and all. Little floater could have had a chance there. Definitely feels like the Annas are turtling a little bit. They had better chances early, and I really didn't think they got that much of anything. I guess there were a few points where I felt the need to shut up and let Katie make the save, but most part, second half of the period was all the Cucks. Nice steal there, gets through. Smasher. Smasher scored almost all the goals for the Cucks last week. And he almost gets another. The rebound was there, just batting away at it. Here they're going to cycle a little bit. I'm sorry. Demi was the one on the breakaway. 13 is Smasher. You can see we've been a little bit chaotic this week. Last minute changes. Oh, one timer chance in the slot. Didn't get good wood on it. It was 43, who is pretty. Who was unsure if he was going to start this game. Was questionable due to desire to take a shower, but did end up deciding to suit up. And here the bananas come in. Nice stick save by Katie, kicking that one out to the corner. Cycle will stay alive. They'll center it. Little one timer. Nice play there by Hijinks. Put that one in. It's the one timer. It's a one timer goal. It's what we've been after, but it was still on the ground. Be nice little placement. Good turn. Looks like Hijinks might have used the control turn to get there. Be good goal. That'll make it a 2-0 lead. Give the Bananas a little bit of a leg up here. They definitely, the Cucks are going to be feeling the pressure, needing to score twice to keep this one going. It is, of course, best of three, so we'll be okay. Here they'll get a chance right out in front. What a save by Biglar. Absolutely stuffing the door on that one. Forecheck is going to be disruptive. They'll win it. Pretty smacks it. Smasher's running into him, trying to find a way out, and then the Bananas come up with it. V centers. Good stick by Katie to tip that one out, and it's going to kick them started on a breakout. Here comes Bagel looking for the cross ice. He finds it. Smasher's hunting that one down. Smasher below the goal line. Just a little bit too far. We'll see if Bagel decides to turn in and grab it or not. He's going to come out in front. Actually, now Bagel's all over. He's ripping the one-timer. What a save by Biglar. Stepped right into that one and sticked away. Here you see a little bit of a climb. Good movement. Great turn back down the wall. Wouldn't be able to do that in the base game. Now you find the centering pass. Trickles through and around. Looks like they will keep possession, but then it ends up going to Bananas' way. They'll get a breakaway here. Green stick coming down the wing, looking to maybe find the delay. Finds D trailer coming down the wall. That puck gets swatted. Now they're going to counter. 3-on-1. It looks like 3-on-2 partial. See what they can make of it. Might find a little center pass. Cuts in and rips a shot right off the post. Oh, and wide. Kicks out, and they'll counter the other way. But Bagel, nope, sorry, that's Demidov. We'll cut that one off. He's going to send it deep for Smasher, who's waiting for it up in the air. Can't quite corral that one. It's going to come around. Here comes V. V known for his stick handling, but today he's going to pass it, and that one gets swatted down. They're going to try and turn and grab it. Yeah, I know. He can still double hit. It's okay. Well, no, there's no way to take that out as far as I can tell, because there's basically two types of a double hit. There's the type of double hit where the puck is too slow, and that's what happens a lot in the base game. Whereas now you're getting the double hit of the puck is quick enough, but the stick is faster than the puck. So, but here's anyway, we have a chance here. He's gonna come back on it and tries to tuck it back behind Biglar after he'd scooted across, but Biglar adjusts, reads it, and covers it off. Katie's gonna come around, trying to get them started on another breakout opportunity. Hit the back of the cage. Pretty's gonna rim it around. Here comes half by Smasher. Smasher realizes, uh-oh, and then Katie makes the big clutch push save to her post. That one's gonna come up the wall. Bit of a glitchy lag. It looked like this one will work out unless 62 is Poster can make the turn, which he does, but then ends up going to Demidov instead. Demi walks down the wing. He's got a little chance, a little bit of room. 1 minute. Back to him, back to Demi. Demi puts it in. Oh my god, what a goal. It almost looked like it didn't even cross the line. Did it cross the line? I don't know why that would change. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That's not a tuner change. Did it not cross the line? My replay, I tried to get a really good replay. We'll see if maybe the players have a better POV because someone's body was in my way. Now they're gonna come down right up the crossbar, right off the next chance. Could have tied that one up. Let's see if they can climb. They find the D middle, pushing down the slot. Shot gets saved. Here's Smasher, puck on his stick to win the game. Finds the tip in front, gets blocked away. Clutch block there by Hijinks. Sorry, I'm still checking numbers. We'll get it down by the second game, I promise you. They're trying to test their might. Coming back on it, 13 is relentless. That one's going to go the other way. They'll have one last breakaway, and then maybe we'll see if they can counter if they don't score. 80 is their last vestige of hope. She makes the save, but doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the puck and counter this one. Likely to go 2-1 in favor of the Bananas. So this one, the champs will fall behind early and go down series 1-0. Play again. See if the Cucks can push a little bit harder. Maybe earlier, finding a way to get the lead early would have helped. But I think both teams had their chances. I think the Cucks might have really controlled more than 60-65% of possession, and then it ended up just going that way because the Bananas managed to score first. Really good pressure by the end. I think they easily could have tied that one up with the ozone opportunities with about a minute left, 40 seconds left. But in the end, Biglar had an outstanding game. Made probably 9 or 10 saves, of which 5 or at least were very good. I do think that the Cucks, a lot of their chances did end up going along the ice, but one of the goals that the Bananas scored was on the ice too, so there's nothing wrong with shooting low occasionally. Pretty good. Let's see if they just go right into the next one. In the end, we had V with a goal, Hijinks with a goal, Smasher with one to answer. I don't know if that puck ended up going in the net or not. Maybe we'll talk about it after, but here we go. Game 2 is underway. A little bit of confusion, trying to push through. Pretty's fighting for it. Might end up stealing it off V's stick, looking for the tap. Finds it. Here they come, trying to cut down the wing, centering it. A little bit of a fight. Kerfuffle puck goes below the goal line. They're still fighting over it. Lots of like extended puck battles where people can actually turn sharper and get to it. But it is slowing them down, so then they don't just like swing through and keep their momentum. See if the Bananas can counter. They're going to come down the wing, pass complete. Katie's out there poking away with her stick, and she's able to disrupt that play entirely through the process. Pretty's up on this. He's a defenseman, but he's up pressuring as the situation calls for. And then Bagel will come right down the ice. Got options on both sides to kick it out to. Let's see if he can find the Ripper. Gets it right into the stick, unfortunately. Gets the rebound, though. Throws it off the pad, and they'll retain possession here on the wall. Throwing it to the middle. Coming down the wall now is Pretty. Pretty got us started here in the breakout initially, and now ends up going back down to the D zone. They will retain possession. Let's see if they can wound it up again. Here comes Demidov showing off the hands. Coming cut through, but does get met there easily. Now, got V ripping a shot 5-hole, gets saved, and then the rebound just squirts through. Wraparound attempt there as well, but now they're going to go the opposite direction. Here comes Smasher. Smasher cutting inside, see if he can do it twice. Ends up going across to his teammate. Now here comes Pretty. Pretty looking for the tip through. One will be a 2-on-1 counter instead. Comes Toaster's got options to center, but does go right into the stick. of the awaiting Demidov, and the Demidov throws it up, looking for the breakout pass, finds the stretch to Bagel. Bagel rips it just off the outside of the net. Very good opportunity there, but just doesn't quite work out. They'll get a breakout going up the wall to the stretch V. Is a little bit too far. He gets cut down. That pass will go the opposite direction instead. They're coming down the wing. Pretty looking for the centering pass. Finds the one time. Taps back to Pretty. Oh, what a good opportunity. But great moves by Biglar in the net to come across and cut down that that shot. Forces the pass to be made back across, and they just couldn't quite click. There's a great little opportunity. Sliding and finding the shot off the post. I feel like the movement in this is good. Be interested to see what the players feel at the end. If they feel like the gameplay was better, or if it's just a product of having good players testing the tuner. It's hard to say. You have a chance. Puck floating around. Two forecheckers looking to come up with it. They carry it out in front, but then it gets jammed back into the corner. Not much for Lurker. He finds the D to D, who then finds up across and almost connects on that. Goes into the corner. Here comes Demidov. Demidov, nice little cutback showcasing the control turn ability. Lurker cuts that off well, and then he gets a body, so Lurker will be able to take the back of the net and find an option. Here he comes, goes off the wall, coming in direct, right to Toaster. Toaster cutting in, looking to set up a nice wrister, but then gets met there strongly by Bagel. Bagel finds the quick up option, looking for the breakout. Here's Smasher, partial breakaway, but it gets cut down in the last second. Good back and forth defensive efforts there by Toaster, by Blurker, and then counteracted by Bagel. 50-50 by V, gets met by Bagel on the wall, and here comes Smasher again, but the puck ends up redirecting. Here's Demi looking across, diagonal. Neither of them can find it quite where they wanted it, but nice pinch by Pretty, throws it up into the air for himself. Now he's in the corner looking, finds point. Bagel carries it off the wall, cuts in, cutting, slashing, and trying to find that little wrister backhand onto the net, but can't quite get it there. Retains possession, finds the low slice through the blue paint. Now here comes Demidov again. Good cycle here by the Cucks, looking to find the back of the net, and that's exactly what they do. They put it in. Demi, full cycle there. Very nice movement. Good point pass to keep the possession alive by Smasher. Comes out the weak side. Could have been there for the tip. Not even needed. Just puts it top corner. Very nice play by Demi. Good shot placement. Not much the Biglar could have done on that one. Nice face-off cut. Almost just finds the inside. Smasher loses it. Here, Blurker will play quarterback, pulling it back, looking for the around pass, potentially throws it into the middle of the ice, a little bit unintentional. Bagel finds the shot, gets blocked away there either by Biglar's stick or maybe Toaster getting back to help out. Now Demi will do what he does best, curling, using the control to get that sharp turn. No one pressuring him yet, and then that centering, that little up pass gets cut down. Here comes V. V very talented. Let's see what he can do. Trying to find that little pull to him and then center it, but just hits a stick. Unfortunately, goes the opposite direction. Blurker breaks that pass up, but it will stay in the Cucks' possession. Chip it up the wall, fighting for it. Now Demidov gets straightened out. Now he's cutting in. We'll find the forward pass. Lots of lots of net to shoot at, but throws it wide. Really good try. Probably just not quite used to the lightness of the puck. Ends up throwing it pretty sharply off the backboard. Here comes Toaster, weaving, cutting, trying to make Pretty into a little woven pretzel, but Pretty ends up victorious on that one-on-one, and that will do it for the periods. The Cucks, for now, are up 1-0. They're able to take the lead early on. Very nice play by them overall. I think they played better that period than they had in the first game. In the first game, they weren't half bad either. So really nice play to kick off the end, or to kick off the goal at the end. They'll retain possession here as well. Demi throws it into the corner. We'll see if Smasher's able to come up on the forecheck with it. Lurker looking around, finds the up pass, but no one's there. Pretty will collect this instead. Curling back, looking back same. Finds that wall pass to Bagel. Bagel supporting, finds cross ice. Really nice heel pickup by Demi. Demi threads it through up to Smasher. Smasher, not a lot of room to shoot, but finds the drop pass, but not quite on the same page with Demi. Demi was sneaking down a little bit lower. Really nice idea there by Smasher, but just a miscommunication. They keep the possession alive and then find this tip spinner around at one-timer. And then another one goes off the outside of the net. They had the whole net to shoot at. Bigler might have been out of stamina, but just barely couldn't put it in. Will come up over the opposite side. Gets cut down again by the Cucks. Cucks really dictating possession here. Pretty looking to throw it on net. It's a pad rebound, and they're scoring again. Look at that. Just keep throwing it off the pads. rebounds coming aplenty. It seems like the players are able to corral the rebounds a little bit easier, adjust to them quicker. Be wrong. Maybe it's just perfect, kicked out right to him, and he puts it into the back of the net. 2-0 for the Cucks. Really nice. One extra detail there is, you might notice, is the centers are just moved back a little bit on the draws. Makes it so they can't put their sticks just over the face-off dot and have it physics right away. So they have to hold W, sprint a little bit if they want to actually get first touch on that. Just a little subtle difference. I think it's better than the vanilla, but ultimately wasn't something that we tested and implemented until after the season for PHL had kicked off. So why things are the way they are. Really good possession maintained by the Cucks. Toaster anticipates the around pass and gets to it, but he's fighting a little bit. Does a little jump turn. Hijinks there as well, fighting. Cucks will gain possession. They're trying to cut it into the slot and then thrown on net. Really nice scoring chance by Bagel. Bagel hanging out in the low slot area. Smasher's just winning puck battles. Accidentally board bounces away from it, the puck, but he comes back to it thanks to the empowered turning. Bagel comes down and grabs it. Now he's going to have options. Might just try and center it. Goes around. They'll win possession again. At this point, we might as well set up a power play camera because they had possession for so long. And of course, I jinx it. Now it goes the opposite direction. They cut it down. Maybe they'll be able to reset it. No one there. So the Bananas will be able to collect this and orchestrate their breakout. They got options on both sides. Hijinks will still retain possession, even though it did hit a Cuck stick. Now V, looking to wind this up, finds the aerial option across. Nice little grab by Toaster there, and the Toaster throws it off a body. Unfortunate block, but they will retain possession. Blurker looking to make a play, can't quite escape. Smasher's pressure on the wall. Turn on streamer mode, my apologies. And across Bagel and dumps it. Great scoring play by the Cucks. They make it 3-0. Really nice breakout. If you see Smasher coming down the wing here, pulls the pressure, threads it through, and then Bagel makes the finishing touches to push it past Big Lar. Really nice scoring sequence. 3-0 Cucks. They are pouring it on now in this game too. Turning on streamer mode so you guys don't hear any more Ghost Discord notifications. Here it looks like the Bananas will just try and get on the board. Hopefully see if they can cut this lead down before they go into the third period. As of right now, the Cucks will instead have possession. They are really making good use of these turning tuners. They look like they're orchestrating a perfect breakout over 50% of the time they have the puck. They're also winning a lot of races in the offensive zone just to keep collecting. They almost found the back door there with 13 is Smasher hanging out in the slot where he does his best work. Either that or the neutral zone. He is a little bit known to cherry pick sometimes. And exactly what we see, but this one is actually pretty, finding an opportunity to streak down the ice. See if he's going to go for the Michigan. Almost gets, but then runs right into the post. He got it up the final touch, probably 90% of the way, and then just unfortunately cut down. Bagel making the best use of that 50-50 puck. Finds the neutral zone. Ends up just being more of a dump out. Toaster's ready to collect. Toaster collecting and then rimming. Coming out of the opposite side. Finds opposite side again, which is now going to be Hijinks. Carrying down the wall. And Smasher gets there. Sorry, that's Demidov. Demidov gets there to throw it up over to Bagel. Bagel finds the diagonal option, trying to find Smasher. Smasher now with a lot of options, he's trying to fake it out. Tries to find the reverse, but just a little bit surprised maybe by the turning, and then he does end up retaining possession. Finds pretty centers, and then that does get broken up by the Bananas. If he finds the cross ice, he's broken up by Smasher. Now there's not much of a forecheck. They will just find the straight up pass. Hijinks, but then that will get cut down immediately. Bagel, good pinch, and now he's throwing it off the pads. Gets another one, almost a second smack at them, and he even goes and gives a slash to Biglar. A little bit of a pouring salt in the wound. He's already scored 3 on him, and now they're attacking the goalies. It seems bad sportsmanship. And that one is overskated slightly, and then Smasher just does what he does. He smashes it right into the back of the net. Unfortunate, surprising puck. Lurker, feel free to blame the tuner if you are surprised or puck did something different, turning speed, whatever. The good news is this one might have been already out of reach. but it is a tough way to end the period. Got one more to play. See if these teams open it up a little bit and just try to experiment more now that this game is more than likely decided. Be fun to see what sort of stuff they can kind of draw up. I'm sure Smasher's going to be very much interested in experimenting and trying to show off his skill set a little bit. Use a pretty close camera for this time to see if we can pick up on some of the technical stuff of players dipping. Look for the little bob when that's when they trigger the control turn buff, indicating that they are attempting to, turn sharply and get around a player. Hopefully, I don't give anyone motion sickness. I already got accused of that a couple weeks ago. Nice little turn there, trying to get the sharp turn to come back on the opposite side. The goaltender expects of the wraparound. They'll see if they use the dip spin, and then that's so nice. Really nice little execution of a 2-on-1. Using the control spin to get around quickly and find the back door, or sorry, find the opposite side of that 2-on-1 rush chance. Here come the bananas looking cross ice. B will chase this down, but Demi making good moves skating wise to stay on it. Goes around up to the point now as Hijinks. Hijinks throws it off, and the rebounds were really nice for Vita Condral, and Katie's there to make a little toe save and kick it out to the corner. Little centering pass doesn't work. They'll stay on it. Hijinks trying to come back on it. Pressure down the wall. Toaster gets met. Rather, Toaster meets Demi. Throws it up the opposite side. Forecheck is on. Lurker looking to the middle of the ice. Finds a really nice pass to Toaster. Toaster looks to carry. Goes inside out on two dudes and throws it right onto the stick of Katie, who dishes it to the side easily. A little board bounce off the wall. Doesn't go their way due to the unfortunate Toaster had not been holding ult. Fortunate board bounce. Even though I turned down the board bounce, half of that was intended to keep you from accidentally hitting off the boards. It is still in there because players wanted to be able to push and turn off the boards. They didn't want to explode off the boards, is generally what the feedback was. They said board turning or board boosting is fun. Board turning is good meta. Like, it's good gameplay when if you're using the boards to push off and turn. Like, that was no different than it was in HQM. That's good. What the bad stuff is when you explode off the boards going 44 kilos an hour and you're catching up to people who aren't using it. I think a lot of people generally frown upon that. Would like to see that taken out of the game. That was what was originally nerfed back when in an update long ago. So a bit different. For us, we basically slashed the board boost from 20 to 10. So you could think of it 50%. Really nice couple of saves there, but Big Leverage just can't quite keep it out of the net. Asher's filling it at this point. Forecheck, good pass, kick it through, rebound. It's an unfortunate double hit by Big Lar to keep it in the slot. He's just trying to clear that. I don't know if you remember. I was talking earlier about the double hitting. So that's a double hit where the stick is moving too fast. And the reality is that double hits are going to happen, even if you turn it perfectly, to where the puck and stick move in perfect similar speeds. Oh my god. God, they really are pouring it on at this point. That one just gets tipped right around Big Lar, and then attempt to keep it out. I think by V ends up ricocheting back off of Big Lar's butt and into the net. Cucks are not messing around. They want to keep their throne. They are ready to score at will in order to make sure that happens. See if the Bananas can get some confidence back, at least score one. Here they are in the corner, centering it. Almost there for Hijinks. They'll keep possession, but that one does sneak past V and 3-on-1 here opportunity. Let's see what they can cook up this time. A little bit of a mishandle. Taps it forward, taps it around. They're winning races and looking for the back door. Oh, just barely shoved wide. Bagel in the corner looking to self-forward chip. That V will be there to collect. V fighting the turning a little bit. Toaster will grab. Toaster throws it up to V. A little bit over his head, so instead it will be the Cucks to collect again. They got 90 seconds here. Let's see if they want to add some more or like they do. They are executing a nice little breakout. Got wheels on that. Demidov looking to shoot. Throws it outside and wide. Smasher kicking it to the slot. That slot pass has been completed 5 or 6 times this game, and just a couple of times too many, and that's probably the reason for this being a 6-0 game right now. Ready with maybe one last opportunity with the puck. Goes up the wall, goes to the middle. Nice pass by Bagel, but just goes a little bit too far for Smasher. Smasher will go forward check and down. cut down by Demidov. On the wall, Bananas will come up with it. Here comes Toaster on the board play, trying to find it through, fighting for it, but just gets met instead there by Smasher. He's going to try and come and counter. He's probably going to pass this, I would assume, kicking it out, and just a little bit too inside was Bagel. They'll go the opposite direction. Here's V. V coming over the blue line, throws it off the goal line, and nice chance. I can't quite tell the difference between Hijink stick, tape, and my puck color. I couldn't quite tell if he made good contact with that or not, but Bananas will retain possession. Here comes V looking for the wrap, throws it outside. Rims around, nice keep in by Toast. Up, blocked around, ricocheting, and he was back on the wall. Through, and maybe one last chance. 6 seconds on the clock, trying to find one. Another save by Katie, who's just moments away from the shutout. One shot, and then it is blocked strongly by Bagel to maintain the 6-0 game. Hopefully, no one leaves. Had that in week 1. Not fun. Not fun at all. Pretty good game considering the amount of offense execution executed by the Cucks. It'll be interesting to see how they can rebound now going into game number 3. I think we'll go right into it essentially. 30 seconds. A chance to dust it off, get a feel again. Just to remind you, we have a relatively stacked lineup on the Cucks. Katie in net, Bagel and Demidov. Bagel, I guess, is playing right wing. I was under the impression that Bagel was minutes. Well, if we start relatively quickly, some scheduling conflicts. Hopefully no OT. Basically, rebound comes right in front. Really good chance right off the bat by the Bananas. Maybe the Cucks were sleeping a little bit, trying to figure out scheduling stuff. They gave up a really good scoring chance right away. The cross ice chipped through. Really nice play by Bagel. Now he's going to pull it off the wall, looking for maybe a forehand shot. Rips it wide. And that one, no save necessary from Biglar. Back down the wall. V's pass doesn't go quite where it wanted to. And then Lurker's there trying to push that around. Hijink's coming down for it, and that one will just get dumped out and collected in the corner by Demidov. Demidov, ever elusive with this tuner, very good usage of the cuts and turns, but in this case, he's just going to rim it around for his partner, who will give it back. The forecheck kind of just doing cardio back and forth, trying to get set. They'll go around one more time. Smasher's ready for that one. Does scoot it by the forecheck, and then they shove it up the boards again, trying to set up the 2-on-1, but does get met. And there's V coming back as the back check to break it up, make sure that no harm comes from it. I'm gonna try the other side camera-wise. Pass gets cut down and breakaway coming in. Almost trying to pick up right where they left off. Smasher on the breakaway, but just gets saved. Very nice stuffage there by Biglar, standing tall in the face of a really dangerous turnover. Lurker coming up on the wall. Can barely force pass. Looks through the diagonal over to Hijinks, who does make it, but does collect it, but then gets met immediately. Here comes what I believe is Toaster. Really good hands, showing off the self-pass, and then, oh my gosh, what a play. Let's see that from the goalie's eyes. Didn't have much of a chance on that one. Throws it up for himself, alley-oop to himself, and then puts it in the back of the net. That is so nice. Goes up right off of Katie. Katie DC'd. It did look like she didn't move a little bit. She actually almost made the save. Gonna pause. That is so funny. So in case you missed it, Poster scored a really nice alley-oop pass, but Katie had disconnected um, as the shot came in. So if you saw in the replay, she was still in the net, but she was stone cold, not moving. Um, the puck and the shot, or rather, the move was really nice. The self throw up, Mishy bat into the net is something I've always wanted to do. It was a little bit slow, so I think most goalies would have just pushed to their right and kicked it out. We saw it from Katie's perspective on the stream on the replay, and you can see it actually even hit her. Um, so she was really close to saving it, and probably easily would have saved it if she was present. But it was instead just a shell of herself that had failed to disconnect yet. So I think we are going to count it. Unfortunate timing, unless they feel that they want to give it back. It was such a nice goal. I think it'll be more interesting if we allow them to have it. The only caveat right now being is that because we've had a pause, Pretty schedule is a little bit urgent, and now this is delaying everything. So hopefully, Pretty doesn't either have to leave or we're gonna have to find a temp sub just to finish up the game. Um, we will see. The other problem being is Katie's internet out. She just moved into a new place, so there's a chance just some new problem that she's not familiar with. I can always join the VC and figure out what's going on. But in the meantime, we will sit tight and trust the process. Alternatively, I could hop in net, but I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest. I could get a sub, but Katie has been, you were here for week 3 of KPL. She was a stud. Pretty much was the difference maker for pushing this game or pushing the Cucks to the win. She made a ton of really quality saves. So I don't think they'd be here without her. It's one of the reasons why we chose to reschedule and with her being out of commission for the weekend, last weekend, we chose to put the KPL on hold for the week and reconvene when we're more convenient. Hopefully, be able to get back online and going here. Be a tough ask for the Cucks, but they did score 6 in game 2, so it shouldn't be too challenging for them to tie this sucker up and keep things going. But we'll have to wait and see. How's it going?
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna have a Gucci come
Oh,
in
she's back.
for pretty soon.
She's
And
back.
oh, she's back. What? I just left and she joined back. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're
Oh,
good. Well, hopefully,
all right.
unless that's not like
Hopefully.
her on her phone or something. Won't make any excited proclamations until we see her actually join the server. She just joined the Discord VC. Aguchi is here as a temp backup. Was the backup plan? Keep things moving, but as of right now, I assume at least, as of right now, you're hopeful that Katie will be able to hop back in the server soon. Unless that is, as I said, just her on her phone telling us what's going on. Could be a possibility as well. We are able to get things going. It'll be very interesting because the Cucks, very offensively gifted, scored a lot of goals in game number 2, 6-0. Oh God, why did you put it in? This is a little known fact. The pause feature in Puck does not actually keep goals from going in. So you can actually score during the pause. Um, we're gonna have them. That was not me. Well, Pretty is screwed, but we can just score. I don't want a verdict on this. I'll get accused of being like Topher. We're just gonna go fresh slate. I think. Pretty is absolutely screwed now, so we'll see. I think Iguchi will be the backup. Pretty will play as long as he can. Yeah, there's definitely something with the lag when you're moving in the spectator mode. So maybe I just need to do fixed cameras instead. Toaster weaving his way up the ice. It does look like they have switched colors on me, but I don't even have logos up, so it is what it is. No, the same colors. Sorry, same colors. Coming down, piercing the middle. Smasher puts it wide. Make them little ants for now. Good breakout pass, tries to find the cross ice, but that one gets cut down by Bagel. Bagel will probably curl with it. He's got forecheck to navigate, throws it around on the rim. Here comes Demidov, finds the cross ice pass right through the middle. Plenty of space for Smasher to cut in. He's got a pass option. He got the shot. He finds the pass across, and there is Pretty putting it almost into that top corner. A little biscuit up there, but unfortunately goes around instead, and they find the drop pass. Here come the Bananas instead, coming down the wall. Over the top high slot. Toaster rips it, trying to get his goal back. I get my goal back. But not quite able to put it in as Katie reaches up and sticks it away. Back and forth action. Feels like almost every rush results in a threatening shot, and that one just goes right off the ribs of Big Lar, and he saves it. Now V will collect, but he's getting met by two different Cucks cornering him. And then goes back for Toaster. Toaster's got the rim, throws it up, facing Hijinks. Hijinks collects and taps it across. Really nice coordinated play. Blurker's there, finds it up, and V throws it through the blue paint, top of the blue paint. Katie couldn't quite stick that one, didn't need to. It was going wide anyways. Back and forth action here. Big Lard decides to let that one go down. Hijinks has the wall option and carry it himself. Looks like 13 Smasher might be able to get around him. He does, centers it, but then Smasher's going to elect to get himself instead. Goes to the Bananas instead. Now V is weaving his way through three different Cucks. It seems like they're just trying to attempt the swarm defense. And it seems to be working so far as they go into the corner, and now Blurker trying to win the race to the corner. Being pressured by Bagel. Looking, reversing, and really nice forecheck there. Hijinks comes in to help out. Now he's got plenty of room to find the breakout. Cutting in, wants the inside ice. Doesn't quite feel confident enough to skate it there himself. Tries a pass. That one goes through. Almost a countered opportunity for Bagel. Bagel climbing up the wall. Finds the centering pass. Doesn't work. And now V's on a breakaway. Katie's ready for it. Waving her stick. She's looking for it. And they put it almost into the net. And V just barely can't quite reach around Katie, who gets back in time to make the save. Now V's rushing it. Carrying it into the middle of the ice. Just willfully pouring it into the 50-50, and he's met there, probably deservedly so, and Smash will get the 2-on-1 as a result. A little bit of a staggered 2-on-1, looking to find it, and throws it off the pad of Big Lar, stands tall in the face of the 2-on-1, and this one now is going to be another shot. Demichov uses control to slide into it, and gets the backhand ripper, which is instantly blocked, and now Toaster's got a chance. Toaster throws it up, they'll chase after it. It does look like Hijinks will almost get around, but not quite. Fighting for it. No one's hit the puck so far. Now Bagel will be there on the wall trying to find a cross ice, which is perfect, right on the dot. Pretty skating after it, collects it off the boards, but unfortunately Toaster is there to meet and throw it into the corner. Now Pretty's there, winning the 50, but it goes through for Toaster. Toaster throws it up the ice into the middle. Comes Hijinks looking for the pass. Looks to drop instead, and now Toaster's corralling, fighting it, and then throws it. Really good shot towards the net, but is blocked. Met strongly there by Demidov, and Demidov tries to find the quick up, but goes right through Smasher. And now Blurker will have his hand at it, taking it to the back of the net, throws it through the slot, and cut down quickly, grabbed there by Bagel. Bagel looks to the backdoor tap, and Fed it to Smasher for the empty net, but couldn't quite get through Toaster's stick, who made a really firm stand in the net, make sure that his goaltender wasn't getting dunked on with an empty net. Up high, Pretty is standing over it, waiting for it to come down, begging for it, and then Toaster's ready to snuff that out and curling with it. Looking for the diagonal, finds indirect off the boards for V. V finds the spinorama, but that one gets met there nicely by Demidov. Throws it up the wall, and then now chasing after it. 50-50 back and forth play here, and instantly thrown to the ice with Smasher. It takes him a lot longer than Vanilla, or rather PHL Tuner, to get up, and he's there, getting up with no, like Paul Correa. He's fighting through sticks, but Hijinks makes the defensive play. If I can get the camera to behave a little bit. Sorry for the jarriness. Through the top of the slot. Cucks were there to collect, but that signaled the end of the first period. Pretty is out of time and out of puck. So he will be departing and replaced by Iguchi. We have Pretty, who was playing right D. 43 is now out for 64. Iguchi, who's filling his spot at right defense. See how he's able to handle it. It is always tough coming in mid-series with a tied game through the back door, and it finds that really nice little seam. Bagel connects to Smasher, but they can't quite get it past Big Lar. Now here he is, the man of the hour, just transferred in. Really nice weaving. This is, as he described, his patch in week 3. And he played very well when coming in as substitution for some of the players who were unavailable. Now Bagel's curling with it, given a lot of space. Goes indirect to Iguchi. Iguchi collects. Now he's rushing it, struggling with it a little bit, pushes it through, and I'm lagging very badly. Hopefully that isn't affecting the players as well. He threading it through, trying to fight for it. 50 ends up going the way of the Cucks, and they will collect. Bagel right here with it, getting pushed by Blurker. Blurker just elects to contain instead, which allows him to pull off the wall. Pressure eventually is enough to change possession. Now V is going to throw it into the corner, and it does look almost like Hijinks was going to be there. Fortunately, just too far. A little bit of an awkward moment for Bagel, who's fighting with it, but he gets the board push to keep it around safely. Through the middle of the ice. That one's getting cut down by V, and V will have a chance. Shoots and saved there nicely by Katie. Possession is still in the hands of the Cucks, and they're looking for the little tap pass. Too far, but they do stick with it. Sweet Bagel collecting on the wall. Bagel might be able to cut above it. Looks to cut underneath it instead, and that 50. Really good defensive moment by Hijinks. Poster there to back it up as well. Through the legs pass attempted, kind of a blind pass. Gucci's there to win it though. Gucci doing some magic tricks below the goal line, looking for it, but ends up going the opposite way instead. Bagel will be there to try and meet it. Instead, you have Hijinks. Firm touch on it, looks through, finds the sticks, delays to the wall, but that one is instantly snuffed out. Lurker will be there. See if he can find this, maybe a lob onto the net. Let's see what he's considering. Goes indirect, which will be perfect for V to turn back to. V tries to tap it into Hijinks, but it is a defensive play met there by Demidov, who's played quite well in this series. Really nice 50 there by Toaster. He's going to come down the wing. He's looking to get his goal back. Let's see if he tries the same move again. And he does. He's tapping it high, and they're looking for the alley-oop. That one won't be an alley-oop to himself. Alley-oop to his teammates, and the 50 was there. Opportunity, but really nice save by Katie, who this time was actually able to be here for the save. Nice move through the defense. Smasher looking to do what he does best, which is cut up the ice with his very, very quick hands. Really nice passing play, and they double clutch it. Gucci, the man of the hour, subs in and scores, breaks the tie with a really nice play through the slot. He could have shot this right away, looks to collect it, and then find the little tapper. It does go off of Big Lar and in, which is a little frustrating, I'm sure, for him. He was in good position, but I guess the way the puck bounces, it doesn't actually stay out of the net. That one almost made it 2-0 as Bagel came down the slot right away and ripped it off the faceoff right over the net. Good shot. Looked like it came off the stick really cleanly. Now they'll set up the ozone play. Looks like Bagel is going to find the low cycle where Smasher's there to meet it behind the net. He's getting smashed by 2 different defenders on the bananas. Goes through the crease and looks like V will be here to grab and center. Finds Hijinks, attempted, blocked. This one will go the way of back and forth, to be honest. We don't know who's going to come up with it yet. Hijinks, green stick, finds the pass. connects and then goes too far. So instead, looked like it was going to be smashed, but he turned it over, and then here comes the center. Good opportunity there by Hijinks, and then the rebound just gets tipped right over the net again by Hijinks. Hijinks to Toaster to Hijinks again. Now it's Hijinks in the corner trying to find the center. Doesn't work out. Goes the opposite direction instead, but met there quickly. Nice play, but defending by Blurker. Blurker will have to do another one because the 50 just didn't go their way. And now it's over the top, looking like Hijinks might have his third opportunity at it. He's going to go behind the net instead, reverses up the wall. Center puck pops out, and it's too far. Blurker caught in no man's land, can't decide left or right, but finally he does find the avenue to get his team possession. Now he's coming down, throw it back up the wall. Gucci will meet it. Gucci with the Cooks coming down, looking to weave and see what he can open up. Takes a shot and then throws it right through the blue paint. Almost tipped in by Bagel, but not quite. Gucci looking to win that race, but it is V instead who gets there. V looking to turn, needs to go the opposite direction. It does get turned around for his teammate Toaster, but then Toaster is met there instantly by Smasher. Smasher doesn't make it that far. He doesn't quite get over the red line. Now it's Hijinks coming over the blue line, looking to set up maybe a forehand shot. Rips it, and Katie's all over that one, ready to stick it aside very confidently. Little tap, tap, tap behind the net by Toaster, then finds the nice centering pass, but just fans on it. And then Blurker puts it just barely wide. Really good scoring opportunity for the Bananas to tie this sucker up. Now there's only 5 seconds left. It looks like they might just eat it. They have a 1-0 lead going into the third period. They are 1 period away from defending their championship for the second straight week, or rather, they took the championship the first week. Then the second week, they're trying to keep it. Okay. I was under the impression that it was 1-0. They are saying now it's 1-1. It's a little bit indecisive. But Smasher's team is the one that would be leading if it didn't, and he's saying 1-1. So we'll keep it at 1-1. Keep things interesting. So we are tied, in fact, not 1-0. It is 1-1 because of the goal that Toaster scored in disallowed disconnected goalie moment. Kind of giving you this the NFL Skycam effect. Oh, Smasher trips again. He's the only player I've really noticed falling that much in this game. Not many hits. In the previous weeks, we saw lots of hits. It was quite entertaining. Really nice shot there by Aguchi. He's trying to make it 2, but that one just goes wide. Now Bagel coming down the wing, finds the backhand, looking to center, and the center does make it through, but Aguchi just wasn't quite ready for it. One's going to go deep. Doesn't look like V will get there, but maybe he will. It's cut down instead. Demidov holding it down back there, winning a lot of races, goes back around the ice. Up high to V. V looking to find his way, curling back down to the tap. One almost tipped and then collected on the backhand by Hijinks, but not quite. Now he's got a centering option. Let's see if they go for it. Instead, they try the jam play. Really nice defensive moment there by Aguchi, spinning around firmly with his stick and denying anything. Now they're countering, going the other way, trying to take the lead, and that's exactly what they do. Demidov throws it in, glove side, right past Biglar. Check this out. Try over here. Little counter opportunity, and he finds the snipe right in our side, off or through Biglar rather. Faceoff doesn't look like the Cucks were ready for it. V maybe emotionally unwell from that last moment. But they still can tie this. They have 3 minutes. Love to see some overtime, maybe even a shootout. That was lots of fun last time we did that. Low cycle attempt. It's met there instead. Up high to the point, looking to make a play on it was Blurker, but doesn't quite work out how he wanted. Now we'll go the opposite direction. Bagel trying to push it around, trying to find probably a backdoor tap in, and that's does it all himself. Really nice control, just shrugging off defenders. Finds a way to tuck it around Biglar for the 3rd goal of the game. This one is 3-1 now. Exposing the fact that the defender had peeled off just a little bit, and he bangs it home on the goaltender. It'll be a tough mountain to overcome now for the Bananas. They just keep coming down the ice. Here comes another one, rings that one off the crossbar. These face-offs, despite the changes, are still quite dangerous right away, it seems like. But now they'll need to start here. Toaster looking to cut up and weave to the middle. Coming back on the defender. Might even do it again. Throws it off the pads. The rebound is there, but it gets safely cleared away there by Demidov. Through the middle of the ice. That one is grabbed. just hanging around there, desperately need of a goal is the Bananas. They just can't quite collect that rebound. See if Blurker is able to win this race, or if instead it gets one out there by Bagel, who wins it low below the goal line and then centers it. Really nice play, and they retain possession here. Coming down, faking, a little bit of a usage of the tuner. Coming downhill. And then the center pass works out. They just keep on it, throwing it back down into the corner. Hard, rough turn for everyone to come back onto it. Bagel looking to center, short side, and finds the center, finds the shot. Then the second rebound comes out into the middle of the ice, and they throw that one off the pads as well. Biglar doing his best to just keep this at a 2-0 or 2-1, 2-goal lead, 2-goal deficit. But they really need to get on the offense, and all these breakout passes are just not working. Here they're going to come down the middle of the ice. This one's Bagel. Bagel shoots again. That one does get saved, or maybe blocked by a friendly stick. Rather, his own teammate. Seemed like he might have blocked that one, but trying to offer a screen. Not intentional, of course. Comes V. He will need to score on this possession, it feels like, if they want to have any chance. Throws it off the pad. Really actually got elevation on that, but not quite. Wins it around. Got the centering pass. Throws it in and just poked onto the net lightly by Hijinks, and that one was saved instead by Katie. Good execution to get that pass off, though.
Hmm.
50 seconds here, trying to make this breakout work, but the disruptive forecheck from Bagel just makes it all that difficult for the Bananas to get anything going. They're going to retain possession, make sure that it's not easily given back to them, not give them any chance back into this game. Smash doing a really good job of keeping possession. Tries to find Bagel low, but instead it does go to Le Bananas. Now they're looking to find that breakout. Hijinks trying to buy time for himself, but he's running out of time with the clock ticking. Finds the cross-ice pass over to Toaster, but just a little bit behind him. He can't quite grip it. Toaster does win it anyways, though. 15 seconds on the clock. They'll need to score here and then score immediately off the draw. Looking for it, trying to maybe buy a little bit too much time, and that will probably do us here. And for Cucks will retain the championship for another week. Good effort by the Le Bananas, considering they didn't know the games would work today anyways. But and Cucks were able to stay on top. See if anyone comes down the VC. Maybe I'll go to the general chat and see if anyone wants to come in and talk. Really good game. I felt like obviously a clear advantage to the Cucks on paper and on the ice, but Biglar efforts in goal made it really competitive at times, and I think the games were played well. It felt like there was more team play than what you'd normally see in a game, but it's hard to know if and how much the team composition versus the tuner composition played into that. I'd be interested to hear some player opinions if they join, but so far, at least the Le Bananas are funneling out of the servers.
Never played that good with you on my team. Hey, hello, Duff.
Hi.
Enough.
I'm still streaming. Do you guys mind just opining about games or about the tuner, whatever? How you felt?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I meant you
We're good.
guys. I meant you guys.
Oh yeah, no,
I didn't play.
like we're okay. Like go ahead, ask questions. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, how? I was just curious, like, what the rhetoric was in here. If you guys felt good or if it felt jarring. Felt like you guys were executing a lot of centering passes, like moving well. So I was curious if you guys enjoyed it or.
Yeah, the like acceleration after crouching is really nice. in
I
my opinion.
loved it, to be honest. It felt super good, yeah. And the passing also, like the first time our team played together, it was kind of rough, but like today it felt so good. I really like whatever this is on.
Did you
Like
notice
everything's so smooth.
the turning, like the base turning, feeling lower, or did it not?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, the
that-
base turning is
Actually, I-
definitely slower.
Yeah,
liked it.
it was like that was a deliberate because we're trying to make it. If you think of if
Mhm.
you're skating in real life, you kind of skate on a line and you can slightly turn left or right, but you can't like sharp turn if you're going fast, you know. But you can cross over, you
Yeah.
can dig into the ice, do that sort of thing. So
Hmm.
it was supposed to give you guys more time to like cut back in the corners and execute. Like if you go up to the point and then back down to the corner, like they actually have to either lose speed or do a big donut to turn and come back to you. And it seemed like you guys were actually getting that like a little bit. I'm gonna watch the replay and see, but did you guys notice that as well?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
I think at one point you had like 2 minutes of ozone time just like cycling, and I know maybe the teams were a little bit unbalanced, but it's nice to see like good players being able to connect passes and keep possessions alive, not fighting it as much. Anything
Yeah,
else
I
with
think my favorite thing I think about it was how easy catching passes were. Like it felt so nice.
That's good. I felt like it still
And
wasn't good enough. So I'm glad that it was better. Aguchi had that one, I think it might have been the game winner,
oh,
where he clutched it and then shot it. And I was like, oh wow, like he actually was able to receive it. Normally you feel like you either have to shoot it right away or it squirts away, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, honestly.
Yeah, receiving felt really good. I remember like one at center ice where I saw it on my map and just like moved my stick and it just like stayed on my stick. It felt like glue.
That's good. Yeah. Um what about like in terms of your own hand, like you have your mechanics that you've ingrained through play. Did you feel like this was way off? Or with like because
Felt
specific
better.
It did
okay.
feel off for like the first game, but I think we just had to adjust to it.
More from the turning or from the puck weight?
I think puck weight.
Okay.
I didn't
Because
notice too much what the puck weight did, if I'm being honest.
the puck weight is quote unquote the same, but the mass relative to your stick is different. So I don't really know how that would play out for people who
What I
have like
noticed is it didn't fly off my stick like at all.
and that comes from the reduced stick boomerang or rubber band. Because if you like turn on puck shooter, for example, I'll show it for the stream real quick. And you catch it, your stick won't come back on you quite as much, and so you aren't kicking it
Oh,
away from yourself.
I see.
Versus if I showed you in vanilla, it's like a boom, and it comes back on it. You guys can
Mhm.
kind of see that, but like it still kicks out more than I want. I don't want it just to like sit there and make the game super easy, but I still feel like the puck just has like this difficult to control mass when it's a hard pass, but it's at least better than vanilla in that vein. So, some progress.
Yeah, I felt great handling the puck. Felt really nice.
That's good.
Yeah, like the stick feels super nice.
Hopefully, you guys are able to go back and not be like, "Oh, it feels way off."
Yeah.
And
I probably will, but it's whatever.
with that, with combined with the turning, it'll feel different. You'll turn sharper, and the puck won't be on a different spot on your blade as you turn. And you turn, you think you turn sharper, and you'll hit the wall, but you should readjust somewhat naturally.
I think the turning helped so much with offense. Like it's so much easier to create like chances with it.
Yeah,
Like there was
that's what it looked
so
like.
many times where I was literally able to just skate in a circle and lose all my defenders.
hmm And even some of the 2-on-1 creativity that you guys could do with just like quick, sharp turns, you were able to like make these little tight 2-on-1 passes. Or the behind the back one was really nice. Okay. Um, that's all good. Congrats on another week. Um,
Thank you.
Thanks.
6-0. I felt a little bit bad at a certain point. I thought you guys might start like
I mean,
more experimenting. You guys kept pouring it on,
well,
but it's
we
nice
mean
to see
like we kind
offense.
of we started
Yeah,
passing more when we, like it's not like we were like turtling or anything 6 up.
yeah. It was funny because then you realize playing freer, and then like the goals kept coming, which was like, oh wow, they're actually being rewarded for good passes and stuff. Which normally it seems like it's hit or miss.
Yeah, honestly, like it felt like passing was easier to do than solo plays, which I really liked.
Yeah, and you could
Like
adjust to
there's
the
so much more
pass
options.
easier.
Yeah.
If it's a little bit off, you're not just like, oh well, go hunt it down. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shut down the stream, but thanks for bearing with a little bit of a clunky week. In the end,
No,
I
it's all
think it was
good.
a good game
Well,
plan.
thanks
I'm
for
just
running
happy the
everything though.
game. Yeah, I'm just happy the game ended up being actually played.
Yeah, yeah, that was quite the debacle. But
I have to thank Lurker for it in a second.
yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, guys.